Hello guys, today in this video I like to show you the basic of Python programming language. This video will be helpful for those who want to learn the Python who are beginner in this field. So today I'll cover off all this topic in this video. These are the list that I have mentioned here. So at first we'll just know about the Python syntax, and we'll just print, like we can print the output in Python just by using print hello world. This is okay. Now in this way we can just print any input in Python. Now we'll know about the Python comments. What are Python comments? Comments are those in Pythons those words that are skipped during the executions, and this helps to make the code more readable, and it helps to explain the code. So uh, to give the comment in code, just we'll use a serve keyword word symbol, we can say symbol, and we'll just write here print method, and I'll just print. Okay, this word is not executed during the is not executed when I run the code. And basically there are two type of comment in Python, that is single line comment and the multi-line comment, and this is a single line comment. If we want to write the multi-line comment, then we just need to use the triple string line in this way, and I'll just write hello world. Okay, in this way we can just write the comment. Comment are very helpful while explaining the codes. So now the next part we'll just begin is Python variable. Now what is Python variables? Variables are the container that help to store the values. So I'll begin writing the variable a equals to hello. Now this is the a is the variable and the hello is the value of the a. So to print this, I'll just write print a, and when I'll run it, it says hello. Now to know its data type, we'll just write print, and we'll use type function here, type a. Now when I'll run this, it says the class string. This means the a is a type of string. And we can also know we can also assign like a equals to 100, and let's say b equals to 100, and I'll just print b. Okay, now we'll just assign the variable like many values to multiple variable, or one values to multiple variable. That we can do just by like a comma b comma c equals to, let me say like apple and orange, and let me say banana. Now when I'll just write print a, and I'll just run it, it says apple, and when I'll just write print b, then it gives output orange, and when I'll just write print c, then it will give me the output of banana. Okay, now we can also assign like one values to multiple variable. So for that, what we need to do is a is equals to b is equals to c is equals to, let me write like banana here. Okay, now when I'll print like print a and print b, and I'll just write print c. Now when I'll run this code, it just give me a banana. In this way you can just declare the variable in Python. Here now I'll show you how you can assign now I'll show you Python data type. What are the Python data type and how many data type are there in Python, that we'll discuss in this video. So at first I'll just create a new Python file here, and I'll name the file name data type here. Okay, now there are 15 data type in Python, and they are like a string. One is a string, another one is a string, and another is int. After int we have float, and after float we have complex, and after complex we have list, and after list we have tuple, and after tuple we have range, and after range we have dictionary, and after dictionary we have set, and after set we have frozen set, and after frozen set we have bool, and after bool we have array, and after array we have byte array, and after byte array we have memory view, and after memory view we have non-type. These are the total 15 data type in Python. Okay, I'll just comment this. Now how we'll assign the value, or how we'll assign the value to this type of data type, now that will show in this, that I'll show in this video. Let's assume that I have a variable a here, and I'll just assign the value to this variable a. I'll just write hello, and when I'll just print a, and when I'll run the code, it says, okay, I'll change it to current file, and I'll just run hello. Okay, now when I'll just print, and I'll use the type function here, type a, when I'll just run this code, and it says it's a string. Now in this way, like I'll just use b equals to 100, I'll just say, and I'll just print type a, and I'll run this code here. It says bo, just try b, and when I'll run this code, it says int. Okay, now when I'll just say c equals to 10.5, and when I'll just print, I'll use the type function here, and I'll just write c, and I'll run the code. It says data type is float. Now I'll just write d equals to 1j, and I'll just write like print type d. Okay, and it says complex. Okay, now we have list. Okay, now I'll just give the variable name e equals to apple, orange, and when I'll just write print type e, and when I'll just run the code, it says the data type is list. List is declared by just giving a big round square bracket. Now we have, after list we have the tuple. Okay, now how we'll write the tuple? F equals to, we'll just write by giving a round bracket here, and I'll just write apple, and I'll just write orange here, and I'll write print f, and I'll run this code. It's okay, I'll just write print type f here. I'll run the code. It says the data type is tuple. Now after tuple, we'll just use for the range. Now z equals to range, let's say range 10, and I'll just write print type z, print type z. Now I'll run the code. It says the data type is range. Now after range, we'll just use for the dictionary dict. So for that, we'll just write h equals to, we'll use the curly bracket to declare the dictionary data type. So I'll just write name hence, I'll say hence, and I'll say address I'll say Bhadrapur. Now when I'll just print this, print type h, and I'll run the code, and it says dictionary here. Now after dictionary, we'll just use for the frozen set. Now set is almost similar to dictionary. So I equals to, we'll use same curly bracket here, and we'll just declare it. Will not give the key and value in dictionary in set. Like in dictionary, we are just giving here the key name and here value, key name and here value. But in dictionary, we'll just directly write the value here, like apple, orange, and I'll just print type I, and when I'll do this and run this code, it says set. Okay, now after set we'll just look about the bool here. Okay, for bool, j equals to what, we'll just write bool means true and false. If I'll just say true and I'll just print the type or type j, then when we'll run this, then it says bool. Okay, now we can also specify the data type in Python, like I'll just write k equals to int 10 and I'll print type k here and I'll just run it. It says int. This we are just using the constructor function to specify the data type here. These are all the data type in Python. Okay, now let's begin in another topic, that is typecasting. Now what is typecasting in Python? The conversion of one type of data type to another data type is known as typecasting in Python, or also known as type conversion. So let's begin. I'll just create a new file here, Python file, and I'll just write typecasting. We'll not go deep on this topic, it's just a simple basic topic. So let's say that I have a equals to 10 here. I have the variable a has the value 10, which is also known as integer. Now if I want to convert it into the float, then what I need to do is, like, I'll just assign another value, b equals to float a. I'll just say b equals to float a. Now when I just print a, and when I'll just print after that a, I'll just print b, and I'll just run and check it. And the first in the first code in b a, it says that the it has printed the 10, and in the second line it has printed 10.0. now when I'll just write print type a, and when I'll write here print type b, and when run the code, and here it says the first one, the data type is integer, and in the second it has float data type. In this way you can convert the one data type to another data type, and we can also do reverse. If we want to convert the float to int, that also we can do. Like I have here floats equals to 20.4556, let's say that, and if I want to convert this into int, then I'll just convert directly print int, and I'll write here floats, and when I'll run this, it says the 20. In this way you can convert the one data type to another data type. Now we'll move to the next topic that we have is Python string. Now basically the Python string is always surrounded with either a single quotation mark or a double quotation mark. So now I'll just create a new Python file here, and I'll write name Python strings. Now we'll just give the output to the string, just writing like print, just write print hello, and we'll just write like hello. And we can also do either by like single quotation hello. The double quotation and single quotation is same in Python, it doesn't matter for this string file. Now what is here, like single line string and multi-line string, let's say that for that let's say like I have a equals to ncifago, and I want to print the a. Now what I'll do, like I'll just print a, and I'll run this code, and it has printed ncifago. Now like let's say that I have vast amount of text, so for that I'll just use a multi-line string. So let's say b equals to my name is Cifago, I'm from Vadrapu 2. So for this, what we basically do is we'll just add a three or double quotation or a single quotation mark. So when I'll just print B, and when I'll just run it, here it is. My name is Ensipago and I am from Badrapatu. Now we have slicing the string. So how we do the slicing in string, that will just look here. Let's say that C equals to, here I have my name is this Mamal, and I want to slice this string. I'll just remove everything and I'll just give here this much. Okay, now how I can slice the character in a string. For that I'll just use print C, and I'll just give a square bracket here, and I'll write here 1:3. when I'll just give that, and here it is. It just show me the id value. 1 and 3 is the position of the character. Basically in Python the position always start from the 0 index. Now let's say that I want to print from the first word, first character, and then I just need to write here the 0. I have to give the 0 position here, and when I'll print here NIT. In Python always it gives, when I just write the 3 position here, then it print the character till 2, so NIT. So when I want to write till int, then I can also do like this, and it will just print as a whole text here, 0 to not 0 to int. So I'll just write in this way, Nitesh Amal. Now when I'll just write print C 0 to, I'll just write 5, then 0 is the first index, so it's just write NITS, means 0 1 2 3 4. Now if I want to print till h, then I just need to write here 0 to 6 position, then it will just say Nitesh. In this way we can do the slicing in Python. And the next topic we have here is modifying the strings. How we can modify the string in Python, that we'll just see here. Now let's say that I want to make all the characters of this word, I want to make this in uppercase. Then I'll have what I need to do is I'll just write print C dot, I'll use upper function here, and when I'll print it, then it just return me the string that is all in uppercase. Now when I want to print when I want to return this string in lowercase, then what I need to do is print C dot lower, and when I run this code, it just give me in the lowercase, all string in lowercase. Now another thing what we can do is we can just, if I have like spaces here, in this way I have spaces, then I can just remove that white spaces just by using the strip function here. I'll just write print C dot strip strip function here, and when I just run this code here, the white spaces in the Nitesh Hamal is removed. Now if I want to replace any text from this word, any character from this word, then I can do that also just by using the replace function here. Now when I write print C dot replace, and like I want to replace n character with h, then I just need to write run the code, and here it is, the n word is replaced with h. And the next topic we have, after modifying text, we have string concatenation. We know that in Python we can only string concatenation, we can combine 2 or more string just by using the concatenation here. So to do that, let's say that I have I'll just give a comment to this all till here. Okay, now let's say that I have A equals to NC and B equals to Fago. Now I want to combine this to code two variable, then what I need to do is print A plus C. When I do that, I'll just say okay, A plus B. C is not defined. Okay, here it is, NC Fago. Now what I need to now if I want to just give a white spaces between these two words, then what I need to do is that I'll just to print A and I'll just write plus, and I'll give a double quotation mark here and plus b. Now when I print and when I give the space between these two double quotation mark, here one is space, then when I run the code, here it is. In this way we can give a white space between the two words, and this way we can concatenate the string. Now the next topic we have is string concatenation. Format the string. Okay, so what means format the string? Basically we cannot use the concatenation method for the string and the number. So to add the string and number, we just need to format the string. So like here, I'll just delete this, and let's say that in A I have the word like my age is dash, and I have here in B 20. Let's say in B I have 20. Now A is a string, A data type is a string, and the B data type is integer. Now we cannot concatenate it. If we want to concatenate it here, like here, if A, I'll just write if A plus B, and I'll run the code, and it says that the type error can only concatenate string, not error to integer. So what we need to do, at first we'll just add here the placeholder. Okay, here I have added one placeholder. Now I'll just write print A dot format b, and when I'll just run this code, here it is, my age is 20. In this way you can just format the string to concatenate between the string and the number. Okay, now the next topic we move through is Python boolean. So what are Python boolean? Basically in programming field, boolean always represent one of the two value, that is either true or false. So to explain more about this, we'll just create one file, that is Python booleans. Okay, now we know that booleans means true or false. If the condition is right, then it just return the string true, or if the condition is wrong, then it just return the string false. So let's say that I'll just write print 1 is greater than 5, then what it will just return me. When I'll write print, it just return me false. Now I'll write print 10 is equals to 10, and when I'll just write true, and when I'll write like print 45 is smaller than 50, when I'll write true. In this way boolean return true or false. If the condition is true, then it return the true, and if the condition is false, then it return false. Let's assume that I have the A equals to 20 and B equals to 10, and I'll write here if A is greater than B, then I'll just say print A is greater than B. Now when I'll write else, when I'll say else, in else I'll just want to write print, in else I'll just write print B is greater than A. When I run this code, it says that the A is greater than B. It will check the condition here. I have the value of A variable 20 and B variable 10, and I just said that if A is greater than B, that means if 20 is greater than 10, then it just print me the output A is greater than B, and in else condition I just said that B is greater than A. In this way we'll just compare the value, and we'll just return whether it is true or false. Okay, this is for the boolean, Python boolean. Now the next topic that we go through is Python operators. So for that, there are many operators in Python, like arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operators, and so on. So we'll just discuss a few operators here. So for that I'll just write here operators. Okay, Now in operator, like for arithmetic operator, like I'll just write print 10 plus 10. What it return me? It just return me 20. Now I'll just write print 20 minus 10, and it just return me 10. I'll just write print 20 multiplied by 20. It just return me 400. Print 20 divide by 10, and it just return me 2.0. Okay, this is for arithmetic operator. Now let's say that we have a assignment operator. Then what we'll do for that in assignment operator, we'll just assign, like for example, a equals to 20. This means that we have assigned the, for variable a we have assigned the value 20. Now when we'll just print 20, we will just print a, then it return the value 20 for us. Now like if we want here a plus equals to 10, let's say that, and when I'll just print the value of a, then it return me 30. Now when I'll just write print a minus 10, a minus equals to 10, then it just return me 20. This is the example of assignment operator. And we have next operator, that is comparison operator. Let's say that I have the value of b equals to 50. Now I'll just write if b is smaller than 20, then just print b is smaller than 20, or I'll just write else print b is not smaller than 20. When I'll just write here, it just say, return me the string that b is not smaller than 20. This is for the comparison. It just compare the two value, and it return the result of that comparison. Now let's say that I have in case of smaller, I just write here b is equal to 20, then what it return me? It just return me b is not smaller than 20. This is the example of comparison operator. And the another operator that we have is the logical operator. And for the logical operator, I'll just write print, I'll write like b is greater than 10, and b is smaller than 60. Then what it just return me? When I just write print, it return me true. The condition is made here true. B is smaller than 10 and the b is smaller than 60. These are all the example of operators that are Python operator. Now the next topic that we move through is Python list. So what are list in Python? List is one of the data type in Python, in where we can store the multiple item in a single variable. So let's begin with a list. For that, we'll just create a new file that I'll just name the file name Python list. So we can create the list just by using the square bracket here. A equals to, I'll just write here apple, and I'll write here banana, and I'll write here grapes. Okay, this is our list. Here we have in our list here we have the three items, and the item names are apple, banana, and grapes. And we'll just print a. When we just print the a, then we can get the item here, and we can just know its data type just by printing typing print and type function. Will inside the type function we'll just write a, and when it's run the code, it says that the data type is list. And we can also in list we can also add any kind of data type. Like here in b, I'll just write here I have one string, here I have one integer, and here I have one boolean, and here I have one float. And when I just print type b, and when I'll just print b and I'll run this code, here it is. The data type is list, and we have the list item hello 20 true and 2.5. and the next things that we can here we have is access list item. Now how we can access the list item? We always have to remember that the list item are always indexed, so the first index value of a list is always 0. So we can access the value of list just by this way. I'll just write print, write a, and I want to access the value apple, then I have to just give here the index number, the index number of apple. So the first item always have a index value 0, so I'll write here 0, and when I'll run this code here, it is apple. When I want to get the second item, then I'll just write the index value 2, and here it is. I can also use here the range like 0 to 0, like splitting. I'm just splitting here 0 to 2, and I'll just write here, and then I'll run it. Here it is. In 0 I have apple, and in the 1 index value I have the banana. And the next things we have here is change list item. Now how we can change the list item here? Just by using the index value number we can change the list item. Let's say that in apple I want to change the first index value apple to watermelon. Then what I need to write, apple 0 index is equals to watermelon. I'll write here, and when I'll print a, and when I'll run this, here it is. The first index value has been changed from apple to watermelon. In this way you can change the value of any list. And the next topic we have is add list item. Now how we can add the list item more and more? As we all know that list is a changeable data type, so to add more we just write a dot, will here use insert method here, a dot insert, and we have to specify the index value, in which index number we want to add the list item. Let's say that in the 0 index item I want to add the guava. Let's say that I want to add guava, and when I'll just print it, when I'll print the value variable a, then here it is. In 0 index I have guava, and the second index I have watermelon, third banana, and the fourth index I have the grapes. And in another way we can just add the item in the list is just using the append method, and for that I'll just write a dot append, and in append I'll write like strawberry, strawberry. Let's say that I have appended, and when I'll just print a, then here it is, strawberry. In append method the item will always be added on the last index. That we always keep in mind, we should always keep in mind. And here in this way we can just add the item in the list. And the next thing is remove list item. How we can remove the list item that we have already added? So for that we just write a dot remove. What we want to remove? Let's say that I want to remove guava, and when I'll just print a, then here it is, the guava is removed from the list. In this way we can remove any item from the list. And another way that we can remove the item by using the pop method, that is a dot pop. When I'll just write a dot pop, and when I'll just print a, and when I'll run this code, here the strawberry is removed from the list. In pop method the list will always remove the last item, and we can also specify the index value in the pop to remove, like I'll specify the 0 index and I'll remove it. Here the watermelon, in this time the watermelon is removed from the list and the strawberry is added. Okay, now what is there? Another thing, loop list. Okay, how we can loop the list? So for that we use the for let's say for a in let's say that for x in a, we have a is the name of the list, variable name of the list, and we are giving the variable x here for the loop. For x in a, print x. Now let's say that okay, here we have the list of list, and we can also we can also get we can also know if this item is present in this list or not. In that that kind of things we can do just by using the if function. If if banana, if banana in a, then I'll just write print yes, banana is exist in the list. All right, and in else I'll write print not found. Okay, when I just run this code, here it is, yes, banana is exist in the list. Yeah, we have already here the banana. Now let's so that I'll write here apple, then what it give me the result. Let's run this code again. Not found, it says the not found. In this way we can find the existing list item from the list. And the next thing is sort list. We know that list is also sortable. So to sort the item in the list, here we have the okay, I'll add one more item here. No, I'll just write a dot to sort the list. We'll just write a dot sort, and when I'll just print a, then I'll run this code. Here it is, strawberry, banana, and grapes. Okay, now the next thing we have is copy list. So how we can copy the one list, one variable list to the another variable. Let's say that I have first I'll just print the value of okay, I have here the list item in variable a. Now I want to copy that to variable b. Then how I can do that? B is equals to a dot, I'll just have to use the copy method, and when I'll print the b here and I'll run this code, here it is, all the item of variable a is copied to the variable b. And the next thing what is there is join list. Okay, now to join the two lists or two or more lists, we always use the plus sign operator. So it's so easy here. Let's say that print a plus b, and when I run this code, here it is, the two lists are joined together here. This is all about the list. Now we'll move to the next topic, and our next topic is Python tuple. Now what is Python tuple? Tuple is one of the data type in Python that helps to store the multiple item in a single variable. And in tuple, the item, once they are declared and set, they are unchangeable. So let's begin by just creating a new Python file, and I'll write here Python tuples. Now how we can create a Python tuple? We can create a Python tuple by using a square round bracket. So a equals to apple, banana, and let's say that orange. Here we have the three item in tuple, and we'll just print its data type just using the type function here, and we also print a. Now run this code. Here it is, the data type is tuple. Now how we can access the tuple item? Now we can in tuple all the items are indexed, so we can access the item by using their index value. For that we'll just write print a. If we want to return the value apple, then we just need to use its index value number, that is 0, and when I'll just print it, here it is apple. And if you want to return the tuple item banana, then what you need to write, I'll just write print a and index value 1. Okay, now the next thing we can do is we can loop the item. We cannot change the item in tuple once the item are declared in tuples. So now what we now I'll just so how we can iterate the data in tuple. We can iterate it by using the for loop here, like for x in a. I'll just write print x, and I'll run this code. Here is the all the item of the tuple. And next thing is join the tuple. Now how you can join the one or more tuple? We can join it just by using the plus operator. So we have already here the one tuple that is where in the variable a. Now I'll create the new tuple b, and I'll just write here watermelon and strawberry. Now if we want to join these two tuple, then I'll just write print a plus b. We have to use the plus sign operator to join the tuple. Here it is, joint tuple. Okay, this is all about the tuple. Okay, now let's move to the next topic, and our topic is Python set. Now what is Python set? Set is also one of the data type in Python, which helps to store the multiple item in a single variable. But in set, the items are unchangeable, unordered, and unindexed. So let's create one new file here, Python file, and I'll name the file name. I'll name Python sets. Okay, we can create the set variable just by using the curly bracket. So a equals to, we'll just use a curly bracket, a equals to apple. I'll just write the item name apple and banana, and I'll just print a here. Okay, when I run it, it has given me the list of the item that is present inside the set. So whether it is set or not, we can know its data type by just using the type function here, type a. Here it is, set. And the next thing we can do is how we can access the item in set. We know that the set are unindexed, so we cannot access the set item by using their index value. So to access the item in the set, we use the for loop here. So for x in a, on the roots, print a. Okay, when I'll run this, we can access the item in this way by using the for loop. And okay, how we can add a set item? We know that set are unchangeable, but we can add a new item in a set. So to do that, what we need to do, we just write a dot add grabs. Okay, now when I write print a, and when I'll run this, here it is, the grabs is added in the set, but we cannot change the item here. We can only add the item in a set. And next thing, how we can remove the set item. Okay, we can remove the set item by just using the remove function here, a dot remove apple. Now I'll write print a. Okay, when I'll run, okay, the apple is removed from here. And then in another way, we can just use we can remove the item by using the discard method. The remove function will raise an error if the item is not present in the set. So we use a discard method here, a dot discard grabs print a. I'll run this code here. Okay, now the next thing we have is for loop and join set. Okay, we can I have already shown you how we can use the for loop here, and to join the two set, like I have already one set here, a variable, and in b variable I'll just write here let's say that I'll give this set item grabs and watermelon. And if I want to join these two items, then I use the union function. Let's say that set 3 equals to a dot union B, and when I'll print the set 3 and I'll run this code, here it is. The here it is. The two sets are joined together by using the union method. Okay, now let's move to the next topic, and our next topic is Python dictionaries. Dictionaries is also one of the data type in Python that helps to store the data in a key and values pair. So to begin with it, let's create a new Python file, Python dictionaries. Okay, to create a dictionary we have to use the curly bracket here, like a equals to, I have to write the dictionaries in a key and value pair. So I'll write the key name and the value nc Fargo, and I'll just give another key name, that is address, and its value Vadrapur. And when I print the a, and when I print the type a. Okay, now I'll run this code. Here it is. This is the dictionary and its type, and its data type. Now how we can access the dictionary data type? We can access the dictionary data type just by using the reusing their key name. So for that I'll just write print a, and here inside here I have to use the key name, like name. I'm using the name, and when I run it, here it is, I'm getting its value. Now I want to get the address value. So what I need to write here, I just need to write here the key name address, and here's its value. In this way we can access the dictionary item. And the next thing is how we can change the dictionary item. So we can also change the dictionary item just by using its key name. For that, I want to change the value of address. So for that I'm just using the address key name equals to beat the mode. Now when I print a, and when I'll run, here it is. Here why I am just repeating my mistake. Okay, here it is, beta mode. Now how we can add a new item in dictionary? So that we can do it just by giving a new item, new key name. So for that what we need to do is print let's say a, I'll just write here a and ph. Let's say a and address to country. I'll just write country key name here. Country equals to Nepal. I'll write here Nepal, and let's print a. Okay, here it is. The new item is added in the dictionary just by giving a new key name and value. Okay, now how we can remove the dictionary item that is already added in the dictionary? So for that we use the poop method. So let's say like a dot, I'll write poop, a dot poop address. I'll write here address, and when I'll print a, and when I'll run it, here the address is removed from the dictionary. And another way is we can use it by just using the poop item method. And when I'll print a and I'll run, the country is also removed. The poop item will always remove the item from the last index. And the next thing is for loop and copy dictionary. So for loop is easy. For x in a, print x. In this way we can use the for loop in dictionary. Okay, now how we can copy the dictionary from one variable to another variable? Let's say that b is equal, we can do it just by using the copy method. B is equals to a dot copy, and when I write print b, then all the item of a is copied to B. Here it is. I think for dictionary this was only. Now we move to the next topic, and our next topic is Python if else. So if else, we use if else frequently while doing programming to check whether the given condition is true or not. So for this we'll create a new file, Python file. I'll write here Python if else. Okay. Let's say that I have the two value here, or two variable, a equals to 20 and b equals to 10. Let's say that, and I want to check which variable has a greater value. So to do that I have to use the if else condition, if else statement. So I'll use if a is smaller than b, and then we use here indentation in Python, print a is smaller than b, and let's say that I'll write else. If the above condition is not true, then the else keyword will run, will execute the code, execute the condition, else print b is what I have written, a is smaller than, I'll just write here b, a each. Okay, I'll just write it greater than b here. When I just run the code, here it says that the a is greater than b, because this condition is not true, or the above condition is not true, that the if a is greater than b, we have in a we have here 20 and in b we have the 10. So the above condition is not true, so the else condition has been shown here. So in the middle we can also use here the elif condition. Elif says that if the previous condition is not true, then try this condition. So for the elif condition, elif, we just write here if a is equals to b. Okay, if a is equals to b, then just write print a is equal to b. Now when I run this code, it says that the a is greater than b, because the two above condition does not meet. Okay, now let's I'll give another example. Let's say that I have here the age 18, and if I'm eligible to vote or not, let's check that I have the age 18. Now I'll just write if age is greater than 18. Here I'll just write, okay, age is greater than 18, then print greater or equal to 18. Okay, print yes you are eligible to vote. Now in else we just say print you are not eligible to vote. Okay, when I run this code, it says that yes, you are eligible to vote because my age is 18. When I just write my age is 15, now when I run this code and it says you are not eligible to vote, and when I'll just write 45, then it says that yes, you are eligible to vote. In this way we can use the if else statement to check whether the condition is correct or not. Okay.